So I have to preach the mathematical perfection of the glory of God. You're staring at the spadix of a flower. And the word spadix, of course, equals orgasm, mathematically, perfectly going backwards, okay? And we know that Father takes the glory for both words glaringly. We've talked about this before, but it's crazy how glaringly perfect and obvious this is. So here's your two letters that divide by 3, which make 33, on the end of pure plus ones. And these plus ones are very similar, okay, because you have an AD right there, 1 and 4. You have an AG right there, 1 and 7, okay, differing by 3 points only. Like, this is so amazing, like mind-blowing. If you take it in order going this way versus this way, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing how close these letters are to each other. Like a D differs by 3, the S equals the S, the M differs from the P by 3, this I differs from the O by 6, and the X from the R by 6. So it's very glaring. But if you were to do this in order, like compare these literally going in order, okay, so what is the difference between an X and an O? Okay, 24 and 15, 9 points. Let's put spadix on the plus side. So let's say it goes, so first you go plus 9. Then the difference between obviously is minus 9. Then you have equivalence on team red. And then D to a G, you have minus 3. A is equal to A, 0. And then from a P to an S, you have minus 3 again. And then S to M is plus 6. And so now you reestablish equivalence. So going in order, you know, for spadix from the right to the left, orgasm from the left to the right, that is the flawless balance that you have between letters, individual letters in beautiful threes for the Trinity. Okay, but the whole stack glorifies Father screamingly, because these are 4 plus 1s in order. Bing, 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 bing. And 4 plus 1s overall yields a total word that parallels Father. Okay, so it's, you know, pretty undeniable to see the correlation in the physical world, the real, like, physical world. Well, there's nothing more real than words. Words control everything. Everything begins with a word. So that's why you study words and names, and then physical is secondary. But it's not hard to see the physical correspondence between spadix in the plant kingdom and orgasm in sexual activity of all the species, okay? Now, I believe if you study flowers and stuff, I believe, I mean, looking at this kind of information here, it seems like, I don't know how the actual pollination, I'll have to read up on how the pollination actually happens, you know, in the flower with respect to the spadix and, you know, the male-female parts and all that. But you dig deeper, you'll get even more, you know, clarity on all this. But there's the obvious. Okay, so Father is always at the center of everything. Father is always the greatest. He's always the highest. He's always the biggest. He's always at the center of everything. And so this kind of revelation makes perfect sense. It's easy to memorize. Okay, the spathe we talked about, so cool. So Father is greater than the spathe. Spathe is the spa. You take your personal body, which contains the spirit of the Father, to the spa in order to get, you know, feel-good treatment if you need it, you know, massage after an injury or something like that. And it's all foreordained. All the names in the plant kingdom, all the names of the spas everywhere. Welcome to the planet, child. God was working here infinitely through everyone before you arrived. Just accept the fact that God has used everyone, including scientists who are currently non-Christian, that are destined to become Christian, or even if they don't, God still used them to coin these terms, and God was sovereign over the spelling, so that people who do come along and are Christian and do love Him get to study it all and say, why? Look at Father's glory in every single word, and He used Christians and non-Christians alike to make it happen. Have you noticed, if you read the book of Job, you discover that God uses Satan. God uses Satan and evil, quote-unquote, evil people to accomplish His purposes and His blessings for whoever He wants. So, relax. It's like, even all the scientific terms that are being coined by non-Christians, God is using them for His glory. It's that mind-blowing. It's that real. Like, and yet we don't know. I have all good faith and hope that many of the scientists who are currently non-Christian will become Christian, and that's a part of God's plan for their life. Just like Paul the Apostle, he was the worst of sinners, and God said, now's the time for you to get saved. And he gets saved, and all of a sudden it's this great story and this massive turnaround, and he's, it brings glory to God, and you're just like, everyone was born a sinner, and everyone was born to get saved, whether you got saved at age 5 or age 55 or age 105. Everyone was born to get saved by Jesus. So when's your time? Well, ask God. He's sovereign over it. There you go.